Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric Cafe. Today's album review is on Big Country's 1984 album, Steeltown. Uh, yeah, we're going to jump right into the review on this one. By the way, I really like the artwork on Big Country's albums. After the first one, after their first album, The Crossing, Steeltown, Sear, or I mean, what was it? Geez, I can't think of their names. Um, Oh man, anyways, their other two albums. I don't know why I'm blanking on their name. Uh, yeah, the Seer. I don't know why I forgot that. And then also their 1988 album, Peace in Our Time. Really like the artwork on their singles and their album around this time. Really cool. Um, Kind of has that worker slash kind of music for the working man kind of feel. Like it just has really cool kind of imagery. It's almost like Construction Time again, like by Pet Shop Boys. Maybe just because it's the hand with the a piece of machinery sort of tool with it, but it just kind of has that kind of feel. But just love the colors and I really like how they evolved their. They always kind of kept the singles like looking like the album and things like that. But yeah, I just wanted to mention the artwork real quick. So this album had 10 songs. Released in 1984. Produced by Steve Lillywhite, who very busy in demand producer in those times. Um, Producing NXS, Simple Minds. A lot of really strong artists in that day, in the 80s especially. The first track is Flame of the West. Very good riff, just really strong overall song. I got it 3 stars. East of Eden, very good song, very good chorus. I like the drumming, the bridge is cool, guitar riff. I like this one even better, 3.25 stars. And then Steeltown is probably my favorite song on the album. We got 3.5 stars. The bass line, verses are really strong. The drumming and the bass. Stewart singing is really good. Unique guitar sound. 3.5 stars. Steeltown is my favorite song on the album for sure, and it's the title song for the album, of course. Where the Roses Sown. This is a single off the album. Strong song, cool guitar. Middle has some nice changes in it. The breakdown in the bridge kind of helped build it up. And it's one of the better ending riffs on the album. Very catchy. I got it 3 stars. Come Back to Me. It's a nice kind of change of pace for the album. It's a good song. Got 2 stars. Tall Ships Go. This is kind of probably the most underrated song on the album. Looking back and it's not necessarily one of the 3 singles. It's on the B side. Kind of in between, but it's just kind of start the second half of the album, and I think it starts it off really, really strong. It's got a really good rhythm, really cool guitar. It's one of the strongest cohesive songs on the album, especially when you get to like the second half of the song. They're really tight as a band. Probably, if I would point to any one particular part on this album that showed their strength as a band, would probably be the second half of Tall Ships Go. And I got this song 3 stars. Very good. Track number 7, Girl with Gray Eyes. I do like the change of pace in this song. I like the way Stewart sings it. I got it 2.5 stars. It's a good song. Rain Dance is also another good change of pace. So also another good song, but maybe I don't like it as much as other people. I got it 2 stars. And then The Great Divide. I do like the chorus a lot. I got it 2.5 stars. Nothing really to point out. It's a solid song. Just a Shadow is a really good ending. I like the ending to the album with this song. I got it 3 stars. Really good song. So when I look at the overall good of the album, I feel like this album has some of their best songs. I know it doesn't have Big Country and Fields of Fire and and Look Away, and some of their bigger hits. But I think this was their strongest. I think this album went to number one in UK. Their first three albums went one, two, and three, so I can't remember the order, but I think it was this one was number one. But it just I feel like this is kind of the most cohesive, strongest full album of their career, and I'll once I get to the other ones, and I'll rate the other ones as well, and I'll be able to really kind of narrow it down and see. But I have a feeling that this is probably my favorite on the album. Early frontrunner for best album by Big Country. But yeah, it has some of their best songs. I really like Steeltown, East of Eden, Flame of the West. It's balanced with Just a Shadow. Good engineering, mixing. Again, I like the artwork. Good producer. As far as the opportunities, maybe this album could have had a little bit more variety. Maybe like an instrumental would be cool. A few songs sounded a little bit alike, especially as much as I like Flame of the West, East Eden, and Steeltown, and even Where the Roses Sown. Probably would have been better to kind of put a ballad in there in between those four, or something different, because those four songs do kind of sound similar in some ways, as far as like the energy wise. Maybe it would have been nice to put something in between those songs to kind of mix it up. Dynamics are a little flat in this. I did say the production, the engineering is good, mixing, but I feel like the drummer is a little flat. And he does more of the tom drumming, and I wouldn't say more like a marching band type of sound, but the drums have that, and you can't hear the highs of the cymbals. I'm not a huge ride and cymbals fan, but there's really nothing in the upper frequency range that kind of brings home the power of some of these songs. Like the guitar's there, his voice is great. There is good drumming, but it's just kind of lacks some dynamics in there, and the bass is strong. So yeah, maybe just a little opportunity on the dynamics of the album. When I add up the rating of the album, 27 and 3/4 stars out of 10. So it's an average of 2.77 stars per average, stars per song average. So 2.77, so really strong, right under, in between, on the higher side of good, almost to very good. And I think that correlates well to the album overall score. I gave it a 68 out of 100, so right below very good. It's got 6 3 stars and above, 4 that are 2 stars and below. Pretty much there's no 1-star song. They're all at least 2 stars, so 4 in there, and then 6 that are in 3 stars. But there's really no standout like excellent song. I feel like a lot of good songs, a lot of very good songs, but not any really kind of excellent songs, and probably a little opportunity to maybe do a different kind of song in here, and just could have been. It's really close to very good. I got 68 out of 100, so really close, but I feel like a few opportunities and it could have gotten into the middle, very good range, 75 and up, but it just doesn't have that. A few opportunities on it, just say that much. And considering the score of the album per song, considering the average I gave per song, I think that correlates well to the album score. And I can't really necessarily give any extra points for any additional kind of impact of the album, or really any particular thing that's drawing it back from those stars, adding up to roughly that score. Again, when I do the rating per song, that's just kind of a guide to kind of put it where I want to in, as far as where I think it should sort of land in the overall. And I also like to score the songs individually for a future top list that I'd like to gather. just for my own personal. I don't know if I'll share that, but I would like to make like a top 1,000 songs, and it'll probably be everything above 4 stars, and then sort of, kind of put that into some kind of, system where then I could rank the songs that are individually, rated the same. Because every one is going to be by a quarter. It'll be 4 stars and 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, and maybe some fives, of course, in there. So, I want to get to a point where I can put all those fours in one Excel spreadsheet and, kind of compare them, and then still kind of put them into which ones I like better by comparing them and that'll kind of be my all-time favorite song list. Kind of non-electronic. There's certainly going to be electronic in there, but again, this is more rock and new wave and punk and jazz and everything. And my electronic is still, my all electronic is still different. I still categorize and rate that stuff different. It's obviously really hard to compare a techno song or an ambient song or a house song to something like Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode, right? It would just be stupid of me to try to even compare those. Um, you know, People would be, so I have to keep it separately. I would feel like a fool if somebody said, "You like this song better than Enjoy the Silence," for example, and just be like, "Yeah, I mean, I do, but okay, well, let's put these ratings up because there's totally different styles. Basically, it's almost like instrumental music and then pop music. Even though I don't want to say new wave and a lot of rock and jazz is pop music. Technically, it is when you think about all the abstract and other genres that there is and underneath subgenres of other genres. So, but yeah, 68 out of 100 for Steeltown by Big Country. Strong album, really strong, almost very good, really close. I feel like it's my favorite Big Country album, but we'll see when I rate the other ones. All right, thanks so much for watching.